Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. In front of us with the GooZeeZoo Mini is the TEF6686 based chip. It's a high sensitivity AM/FM stereo long-wave shortwave portable radio. During this video, I'll perform an evening medium wave band scan. First score features, signal to size comparison, and third will start cruising the evening band. So here we are with the GooZeeZoo Mini TEF6686. You can find it selling on Amazon for right around $79.99 retail. Mine had a coupon bringing the price down to $67.99. Pretty good bargain for what you get. So let's check it out. It's really mini, fits in the palm of the hand, no problem. Got aluminum enclosure with aluminum sides. Nice. Feature set, we have a headphone jack for FM stereo listening. We have a little side firing speaker, about a 1/2 inch. Our USB-C charging port and flash in the firmware. The ESP32 microcontroller inside. We have a charge status LED there. As you can see, we got Phillips screws on each end, and these caps come off to access the radio, so you can actually change the battery if you want to. And inside the battery is a 1000 milliamp hour battery, giving you a runtime of around 4 to 5 hours. That's because this radio is power hungry. Going to the front, we have a 2.4 inch color LCD, resistive touch, nice. With 3 buttons on the side, bandwidth, mode, and band. Of course, they all correspond to what they do. Mode button lets you change from manual tuning mode to an auto browse mode to a memory tuning mode. And of course, bands goes to the bands, and bandwidth goes to your bandwidth choices. Pretty simple. Right hand side, we got a volume on-off control and our tuning encoder with little notches and a push button switch. Top of the radio, we have a SMA female antenna jack, so we can hook up to most external antennas. We'll be hooking this up to the Terk Advantage passive loop tonight. Awesome. On the back, it's just plain aluminum, no stand or anything, but well constructed. I'm pretty happy with the product and what you get for your money. It's not bad. All right, so size comparison. Let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit. Okay, we have probably one of the better radios out there. We have the GooZeeZoo DX286. A lot of people like this one. So price-wise, this is $84.99. This is $80. This is on sale. This is a better value at $67. But if you want more runtime and more tunability, this is probably the better choice. But if you want something you can tinker with, have fun upgrading firmware, things like that, and external antennas, this is the way to go, the little mini version. So there you are. Cool. What else do we have? We usually have like a CC Pocket in the house. There we are. Oh, running late. We're going to run into coast-to-coast programming, but that's okay. 11:55 p.m. That's Central Standard Time under Chicago, Illinois, USA. The month is March. The year is 2026. Yeah. All the pertinence for the band scan. And then, of course, we have C Crane CC Skywave 2, always handy. I used to think this was a tiny radio. Look at the difference these things nowadays. Amazing. If you don't have those, of course, we always have a deck of cards lying around, and I happen to have one. Iron Man, yeah, he's the man with a master plan. He loves tuning small radios like anyone can. He's Iron Man. He loves radios from GooZeeZoo land. Sing it with me. He loves his radios from GooZeeZoo land. Ding, 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 ding. GooZeeZoo land. But yeah, look at that. Deck of cards could fit in there. Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's hook this up. Now what we're going to do here is I have an adapter, a little SMA male to a BNC female. I have all my antennas hooked up to the BNC format, so we'll go ahead and just screw that on there. Very simple. You can pick these little adapters up anywhere. eBay, AliExpress, Amazon, you know the drill. And then we have off to the left here the Terk Advantage passive loop. I'll be turning this loop, facing the edge of it towards the station I'm trying to receive, and I'll be tuning the capacitor to match the frequency we're on to get the best gain possible. So, and on the back of this, you'll see there's a jack. It's a 1/8 jack, and it's a TS connection, and it just plugs right in there. Now, most of these passive antennas have this, like the Texans have it. This has it, so it's a nice setup for connecting direct radios. So we're going to take this cable, and we're going to run it out to the little mini here. So let's go ahead and do that and turn it on. Start cruising the band. Yeah, we'll go over a little bit what touchscreen does, but not too much. If you want to know more about this radio, check out the iCard section for the full review. This is just a fun little demo and a full band scan of what it can do. So, especially during the evening time. The Terk Advantage is an amazing antenna to hook up to the radio. Probably one of the best medium wave antennas you can hook up to it. I've tried active loops, and I've had the best luck with this Terk Advantage. Alright, so go ahead and turn it on. We'll be greeted with a menu. I think there's 2 firmwares out there. There's a Megatron one, and then the original. This original is nice because it has 1 click turning. So if I click it once, it moves once, which is really nice. With the Megatron one currently, you have to turn it twice to move 1 step, and I find that rather annoying. So we'll leave it at 530 here. We'll tune to our first station. Before I go, though, I better score the screen real quick, and we'll zoom it on down. Get close and personal. There we go. That's pretty close. All right, so we have a frequency deviation, FM stereo, RDS. Our bandwidth goes from, I believe, 3, 4, 6, and 8. 4 is a pretty good setting. Mute icon doesn't mute the radio. Only the Megatron one does. This is the original. Here we have the battery status. Over here we can change modes from manual to auto browsing to the memory tuning mode. We'll go back to manual. Frequency, if you tap this, it changes the bands. With the newer Megatron firmware, if you touch it, it brings up the numeric keypad, which is pretty handy. But again, the encoder thing is where it really shines, where I like the 1 click. So that's why I got the original here. Signal strength meter and modulation meter. We have signal strength and numerical value. And of course, we have a carrier to noise ratio down there. That'll change as well as we cruise up and down the band. And of course, we have boxes for RDS information. We press and hold the mode button, brings up our menu. And really the only thing I want to show you is probably the AM settings, just so you can get an idea of what you can change with the stock firmware. Antenna gain, default step sizes. You get the idea. So hit mode to return. There we are. Okay, cool. Let's tune the band. Oh yeah, I want to mention also on the Megatron software, you could touch most everything that does something. And down here, there would be a clock running too as well. But we're right at the top of the hour. Midnight. Midnight. Alright, cool. So I'll pick up a station. I think it's Cuba. Yep, that's Cuba, because it's pointed to the southeast, northwest. So yeah, cardinal directions, we have south, east, west, and north. North that way. Cool. About 1,700 miles to the Caribbean.
As one of her investigators was waiting in a long line in an airport in Houston to fly to the scene.
Our air traffic control specialist, who was in line with TSA for 3 hours.
Here's WAOK Jackson, Wisconsin, to the north, 70 miles, 400 watts.
To beg to see if we can get her through so we can get her here.
A man is facing several charges.
There's nothing better than the community we have. You know, we're so moving to stop for 5 days following very good and productive talks with Iranian leaders. However, a senior Iranian security official told the country's Fars news agency that not having discussions with Trump and the American president.
Okay, so normally I get KXCL, KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, which is in the southwest, but my antenna is pointed to the northwest, southeast, getting something else.
Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas are breaking for record highs this week. Parts of the Midwest could also be affected. Meanwhile, the heat wave is nowhere near over in the southwest, where temperatures pushing into the low 100s are expected throughout the week. This week, 16 field is then in the NCAA basketball tournament. The car bill came in. It's higher than last month.
How? You've been charged anything.
This is KTRS.
It will keep getting higher until we get zero. Will that
I lost another one. The other one would have been a cool ID because I don't think I have another one written down. Here's 560 local WIND The Answer, Chicago.
560theanswer.com and click on podcasts. Or search for The Sean Thompson Show on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Watching that number?
Safety. It's so important at your industrial facility. You need to keep...
The upset teams are going to the tournament, and it's jumped to this. This is what NIL does.
Okay, I think this is KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles southwest, that direction. 5,000 watts at night.
Basketball stinks, and NIL stinks, and
610.
everything stinks, and there's no more Cinderella. Okay, time.
The Butch flagship station. The relevant goodness. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. A good karma brand station.
129.96, the final score. We'll get to the rest of the numbers after this on the BMO Bucks Radio Network.
Can you?
WTMJ 620, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 52 miles north, 10,000 watts.
Touchdown, a buzzer beating three. Yeah, you know the feeling. Hell yes.
Whenever God begins something new, he wants to teach us a lesson. For example, in the Old Testament, he sets up the tabernacle. Then you have Nadab and Abihu.
Okay, this sounds like a Christian radio station, KYFI, 630, St. Louis, Missouri. Again, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
Well, we can get to God in our own ways. And God zaps them when they're dead. You have the people going into the promised land. They find...
By Black NFL Hall of Fame linebacker Deacon Jones. Jones, known for his pass rushing style,
640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles, 1,600 watts.
fit into play. As a player, Deacon Jones revolutionized.
What does life after service look like? Kicking back, taking it easy. We believe it looks a little different. It looks like leading for all veterans, helping shape policies to make certain they get the benefits they...
650 WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, coming in rather strong there. I like that. Pegged on the meter there as well.
Today's veterans where they are.
So we got some nice country music in the evening.
Strengthening the bond that unites us. It looks like...
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I give distance, 434 miles south.
...on the ground, helping our communities recover and rebuild.
We're getting a hint of WFAN, barely.
I got a real issue with what the hell happened this weekend. While everyone, first and foremost, if what I'm about to say you have no clue what I'm talking about, that means you did sports right this weekend.
Here's 670 the score in WCR Chicago, home of the Cubs.
With both the eyeballs glued to the television set, you are a certified sicko. You...
They had Red Eye Radio here. This is usually Toronto, CFTR, 460 miles. In that direction, I think we're picking up something else. CGOB, possibly? Just barely. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's CKGM on Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles, I think so. 763 miles is pretty far. But it usually comes in rather clear.
What's the definition of a day? Because, whether mail-in ballots should be able to be taken in later on that day, and that argument, is very easy. So, yeah, we do our research and everything else.
Here's WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east.
I've been doing it for over half a century now. I've always read. That means the countdown is down to two days. When all eyes focus on Louisville, Kentucky, at the Mid-America Truck Show. All right, first 2 weeks off
off to a good start. Welcome aboard the Steve Summers Overnight Drive live from the Hot Shot Secret Studios. It is a tad chilly outside the secret bunker tonight. After an 85-degree Sunday reality check. Wow. As things gradually, again, begin to warm up as we progress through the week ahead. As a matter of fact, looking at a forecast high for Thursday, day one of the truck show, 80 degrees in Louisville. Don't let that fool you, though. You bring your...
Okay, cool. This might be a new find. I don't recall anything from Louisville on 710 on my list here, so this is cool. So if I can look this up, I'll put a pop-up here. Pretty cool if it's a new log. Awesome. It's a good night for that.
As we head out for Saturday morning.
Okay, 720's got some music playing. WGN, Chicago. Usually it's a Raleigh James show. I guess she plays music. Okay, music there, 740, Zoomer Radio, CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles northeast.
Industry and broader society, I'll explore those. And that's what we've got now with Apple, and it really is quite stunning because it pretty much goes directly against the pattern we've come to expect from Apple over the many years. I've never been an Apple fan.
Here's 750, this is WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles to the southeast.
Their products have been widely viewed as overpriced for the value provided.
Just play this and go home.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, all I got to do is
You were playing it in the pre-show meeting. I was like, well, okay, that was easy.
that was the pre-show meeting.
Because one of our narratives have been over the past couple of weeks.
760 is Detroit, Michigan, WJR, 270 miles east.
We don't know how to find our birth certificates. We just don't know.
Or goose. And this is not something that it was intended for. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often. But you saw them, right? You saw the front of it. Incredible. Guess what? A friend of mine.
770 to be ABC, New York, New York, 750 miles northeast.
His response was yesterday.
Also visitors from all over the country and all over the Midwest, and we love being that regional theme park for guests.
And speaking of Kittyland, I believe the Little Dipper from Kittyland is still on display at Six Flags Great America, preserved. So that's always good to see.
780 WBBM News Radio, Chicago, local.
What types of nostalgia can we experience for those of us who went to Great America, to celebrate the end of the school year?
Oh my goodness, we have so much in store.
I think we're picking up a little bit of CKLW here. Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles.
It over. Kamara Johnson, 8 turnovers today, right? Those cannot happen as you get later and later in the March.
Kamara Johnson, 28 points in Virginia's win.
KWHB, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Also played 44 minutes.
Have been over the past couple of weeks. And this is after Bernie Sanders and then Gavin Newsom came out and said,
we don't know how to find our birth.
WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles, southwest.
what was it yesterday? Yeah, it had to be yesterday. There's something else that was said that it wasn't on the same.
Much more expensive computer model, they're surprised and amazement.
Here's 840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky, coast to coast. Oh man, that dude talking before was coast to coast. Hopefully I don't have to zero that out. You know, they copyright their stuff.
Where Apple's control of the entire manufacturing really paid off for them, especially given RAM unavailability problems.
Here's KOA, Denver, Colorado, of course, coast to coast. Coming in nice and clear, 890 miles west.
Those clear and unexpected. By releasing a highly capable Mac laptop.
.860 is CJBC, Toronto, Ontario.
The
international. And so that's like an international growth stock mutual fund, same kind of thing. The S and the I have underperformed, though, their indexes in the marketplace. So they're not as strong. The C is by far the strongest thing, not even a close second in the TSP program. And so what we've always recommended is somewhere around 80% for those of you working there or more in the C plan. And if you want a little bit of spice in the gumbo, you could go 80-10-10, 80% C, 10% S, 10% I, and that's starting to approximate the four types of mutual funds we talk about: growth, growth and income, aggressive growth, and international in your TSP, and you'll get a good rate of return.
Here's 870 WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
And they also have new life phase plans. I wouldn't be in any of those at all. Not at all. Don't let the government plan your investing. That would be a bad idea.
I just try to do my job, man. I don't know what I did wrong, all the bad plays, and then I know they know the plays for me to get down.
This signal's all over the place, kind of coming in and out here. 880, this is WHSQ, New York, New York.
Party will be the media leaders, and we'll say, we don't know how to find our birth certificate either. So
we're hearing delayed broadcasting. That's funny. 890 WLS Chicago.
We're all stupid. We're all incompetent, and the oppressor are the Republicans. Call for the move to occur by May 1999. American president's third.
So the high-pitched whine is the camera on 900. I move this off the table.
But in June of 2017, the
Yeah, keep going
United
here.
States Senate unanimously
By the camera.
a resolution
Away from the camera.
that reaffirmed the 1990.
A lot going on here. I don't know what we're picking up, actually. There's like Minneapolis. There's Wisconsin Dells. I don't think we're getting that. Hamilton, Ontario. I think that's where the music's coming from. It's a little quicker.
Those two you might have been. Give me
Thanks, Nick. Go ahead, Father. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Nick. And it's a really
Relevant radio. What was that? Europe? That's awesome. 940 WFAW4. It's in Wisconsin.
listening to another person is going to be super important, right? And I think there's this, Paul talks about in one of his letters, he says,
Local relevant radio again.
there's something like that too.
ETF some more, or promise in the long term for you and your family with IRAs, cash management, and custodial accounts for children.
I think this is KMBZ, Kansas City, Missouri.
Looking to take your preparation to the next level? Check out Weevil's Learn Resources and
Presented by Indeed. More Sports Center all night. Coming up next.
veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission
1000 WMVP Chicago, ESPN Radio, Sports.
computer career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people.
I don't know what we're picking up here. North Carolina, maybe? I don't know. This is interesting. 1010.
Sometimes it's the good times. New friends in a bar, old friends over cards, or just a moment to unwind.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
Lee Jones joins us next on Coast to Coast AM.
So here's WHO, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles west.
Next on Coast to Coast AM.
Yeah, coast to coast everywhere. WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin, local.
They struggle to read. The likelihood of them catching up is really, really challenging. KYW News Radio, 103.9 FM.
A military transport plane.
There we go. Got the call letters. KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles to the northeast. Nice.
The commander of Colombia's Air Force, Carlos Fernando Silva, says the...
Some country music on 1070. Nice. It's pointed southwest.
Union victory, and then 2 terms in the White House. That the same person had done both struck me as remarkable. That's one reason George Washington is recognized as being in the highest echelon of great Americans today. Well, Grant used to be in that highest echelon as well.
This is pointed towards Dallas, Texas. I wonder if this is KRLD. I haven't picked that up in a while.
During the 20th century. And
800 miles? Could be wrong, but it's something I haven't picked up in a very long time in this direction. Going that way.
I read about it.
It's nice for exploring for sure.
Learn more. Go to covenanthouse.org. President Reagan has taken. I order day in
Coast to coast, of course.
1 week.
This is on Cleveland, Ohio. This is WTAM, 345 miles east. Came here coast to coast too. I don't know if we got KFAB there. Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles, possibly.
Cuba certainly thinks so. Justice himself in some form was delivered 54 years later. Anybody see any problem with that at all? Just a thought. We'll get to this in a moment.
1120 KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
What you understand is, how... Now, I'm going to pull this together. How did this case...
About there now? Oh, thousands.
Coast to coast on WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles east.
And it's funny, is like half of them that are functioning, half of them are dysfunctional.
And in what range?
The very circumstance which so grievously discouraged them is your turn to assign.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we're picking up here, but definitely picking up Brother Stare Squad. One of these rental radio stations, I'm guessing. I don't think KFAQ does that, but I have KBOB, Davenport. Yeah, I don't know where this is coming out of. This could be actually WWVA, Wheeling, West Virginia, possibly. Probably is, yeah. 430 miles east.
The first thing in building. And a thorough sense of sin is one of the earliest works of coming with nuclear debris.
This is Wham, Rochester, New York, 545 miles. Coast to coast. Who would have thought? Okay, so we got some Hispanic music. I'm pointed directly to the southwest, again, where I expect to pick that up. Typically not northeast, but there's sometimes northeast stations.
And cover and bed and shelter.
Okay, we're picking up quite a bit. I'm going pretty quick here because it's a graveyard part of the band where it's a lot of low power mixing stations there. 1470 Peoria, local WMBD, I believe. Should be coast to coast again. WLAC, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. See if I can't just tune that a little stronger here on the signal strength number. Get my loop back in position. There we go.
Looked at him and said, okay, fine, you're going to become a director. So he went from just a regular, everyday...
Country music on 1520. If you guys know, let me know. I mean, I'm looking at my list here, and I don't think KOKC, I think that's news, isn't it? I got KRHW out of Missouri.
When you buy Shell Rotella for enhanced engine protection, go to rotella.com/rewards to learn more.
Those knobs are catching the fabric here. 1540 KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles. Yeah, I forgot to mention, yeah, you have a 99 presets on this radio. I'm always remembering at the end of the video. It's hilarious. Yeah.
Get ready for the 2026 Mid-America Trucking Show, the largest annual trucking event in the country, Thursday, March.
So the station is KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles to the west.
Expo Center in Louisville, Kentucky. Register at truckingshow.com. Experience the entire trucking industry with 1 million square feet of exhibits, education, and events from 1,000 manufacturers.
Okay, this is 1610 CHHA Toronto. Let's see if we can't boost the gain on that. Slowly tuning up the loop and watching that number climb until it doesn't climb anymore. There we go. So yeah, CHHA, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. We're almost through.
Out a while, and without him, big deal, right? Big win. Now they are at home.
KOZN, Bellevue, Nebraska, 390 miles. Wow.
10 in a row, 20 games over 500. But the officiating also go to...
I'm Missy Jordan, along with Esther Dillon on your wall for Blackman's first. W1 for first in 90% less and ship directly to your door. How do I get started with something? Just give them a text. More at 797979 to get started today with Zazie. The same active ingredients in Wegovy or Ozempic for 80 to 90% less and 100% online.
There's two stations here. I don't know if you can hear the little line in the background. There's somebody singing. First, the sports radio station is KCNZ in the main, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts. Then there's CINA out of Canada. The music.
Get loose and get loud with all sports, all seasons at Stadium Swift. Take it.
Okay, I'll try to go pop up for this. This is a Canadian station now with some Greek music. Okay, we got Hispanic music. I'm believing coming out of KKLF, Richardson, Texas. 700 miles. 1,000 watts a night. There you go, cool. So I just turn that. Well, I guess we'll just leave it on. There we go. So you can see the little screen doing its thing. So yeah, there we go. We're done with the evening band scan with the little mini GooZeeZoo TEF6686. You know, it's a cool little radio. This is practical for quick tuning sessions where you want a DX type radio and you want it small and portable. They give you a little 18.5 inch telescopic, which isn't fantastic, but it gets the job done in most cases, especially on FM. This thing's an FM DX monster. Really good. Now, on AM, it does a great job, as you can hear tonight. It was fantastic. It's like tuning a Superadio. I enjoyed every bit. Selectivity seems to be top on this radio, just way up there. Selectivity, I liked it. And yeah, when you pair it with these external antennas and you have the room, because going portable, this isn't the best option, but I'll tell you what, using just the telescopic to give you can pick up quite a bit. So that's interesting to note. If you don't want to or don't have a passive loop to hook up to this radio, there you are. So hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. 2, if you'd like to see more of these videos, hit subscribe with the bell icon, get notified of what's going on, and firmware updates and things. Like if I find there's better firmware, I'll put posts in my community section. And if you're subscribed and have the bell icon clicked, you'll get notified when I make posts, because those posts are very handy. Usually it's about new radios coming out, good prices out there on certain models. I always notify every day. I got my 30-day challenge picture and what I'm doing with my radio tuning that day. And of course, whenever I do old-time radio shows, typically every day I do an old-time radio show in the evening, and it's free to listen to. I remaster them for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, it's a fun little thing. So make sure to check that out. Of course, 3, comment down below what you think about this GooZeeZoo Mini TEF6686. Do you like it? For the price, I like it. For $67, I'd recommend it all day long. Though if it goes back up to $80, I'm going to recommend its bigger brother, the GooZeeZoo DX286, to go more mainstream. Definitely the way to go. Now, there is the DP666, which is the Deepelec model. It's a bigger radio. It's not so portable. I would say it's more like a desktop as well. That one does okay. You get about 15, 18 hours as well on runtime. But this is like the 4 to 5 hour range, which is okay to go portable with, because it is super micro. I love it. So there you are. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and then we'll see you in my next awesome video.